Let's be real for a second. Every week, there's a new AI tool that's revolutionary, and most of them don't actually change anything for normal people. So when everyone started talking about ChatGPT Codex app, my first reaction was, what's the big deal? In this video, I'm not here to hype it up. I just want to answer one question. Does this actually matter, or is it just another AI headline? Don't get me wrong. AI is very exciting, and I think this Codex app is something to look into for sure. But does it change your day-to-day? Well, let's dig into it. The Codex app is basically like a UI or a graphical interface for the underlying codex. Basically, they're kind of putting the look and feel of a normal GPT experience where you type in your texts and you get an output on top of the Codex CLI. And that's kind of what it is in a nutshell, but it's a little bit more to it than just that. Most of the time, Codex, traditionally before this came out, was ran in the terminal, which is something that a lot of technical people can run without too much headache, but it is very technical. There's millions of people that uses their computer daily that don't open up the terminal at all, let alone even know what it is. So having a place that looks kind of familiar, has the same vibe as ChatGPT is on your phone, or when most people use their computers to use ChatGPT, it does actually bring an element of familiarity and accessibility to, the everyday user. And that's important because Codex CLI is actually pretty powerful. This is where you get a lot of the power for using ChatGPT's AI agents, where you can run tasks autonomously, whether it's hours, days, or even weeks. And they highlighted it even here within their own press release. But it doesn't just stop there. Instead of having to use a terminal, you can just type in a chat box and have ChatGPT on your computer locally do different type of tasks, commands, or even coding projects, where you see here they can just go off and ask ChatGPT to build this thing or build that thing locally on your computer, instead of it being somewhere on a website on a cloud that you can't really get your hands on. You gotta do things like collaborate with different people by inviting them. And one of the cool features that they do have is like their versioning GitHub, basically, where you can try out different versions of the changes that they're making without actually committing to that being the main version. And if that sounds a little bit more technical than what you're expecting, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's actually what they're solving here. Instead of you having to open up a VS Code editor or IDE, which is what programmers use to program a lot of these applications, you can kind of be your own developer and just type and talk to ChatGPT normally, and then ChatGPT will go in and do all that techie stuff behind the scenes. So if you're some type of product manager or a scrum master, somebody who's technical adjacent, this actually may be really good for you. So you don't have to get your hands dirty and actually go into the terminal or the IDEs. You can actually just talk to it and send off the agents to do work. And if you think about it, in most traditional tech environments, this is exactly what the business side of these tech businesses do. They have these scrum teams, which has a scrum master, a product owner, and a group of developers. And basically you hand the developers off tasks or business requirements for them to build out. And basically now that's exactly what's happening. You are the scrum master, you are the product owner, you are the business, giving the tasks to the agents, aka the developers, to build whatever you want them to build. And you can kind of talk to them in that same vein in order to do your own work. And they do have a few examples of how good this actually is, where they actually built a voxels video game by sitting in an image and telling the AI what they want built, and they went ahead and built it out just using an image and a description. And here's a playable copy of actually me racing these other AI around the track. And they do have different versions The best one, of course, is the 7 million token, but they have ones that you can see how well they look over time using the 60,000 tokens and the 800,000 tokens. You see that the more work and time you give AI, the better it is. At least that's what they're trying to convey. That's not always the case, but at least that's what they're trying to sell you in a way. You can also create images, of course, using Codex because it's still ChatGPT underneath the hood. You're still able to generate documents. You can even have it like deploy and host different applications if you want that to be done. Basically, ChatGPT is still ChatGPT, but now you're able to use it on your local machine, which gives you power to have more documents open, have different folders where ChatGPT can use and deploy these things. And basically, ChatGPT is giving you the power to, well, be your own small miniature tech company without having to be that technical. So the big deal here is that ChatGPT is still ChatGPT. No real upgrades from ChatGPT 5.2 because it's still using 5.2 Codex underneath the hood with some tweaks here and there. More agent use, more parallel processes, and those type of nice updates, but no major strength or power changes from what you can use if you were very technical, being able to use it through the API or through Codex CLI. You're just able to use it in a more user-friendly way. But you tell me, do you think this is a big deal or do you think it's not? If you like this content, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, Dexter out.